What's up, fellas? Back again with another video here. Given we are at the first of the year, when I'm recording this, at least it's January 1st. Hopefully I can get this video up today. And with the end of the year, I wanted to kind of do a quick video on my favorite cards in my collection, or the top cards in my collection. I'm going to go through the top 15. I couldn't narrow it down to 10. I will say these are a lot of my higher value cards for sure, but generally the higher value cards I have in my PC are also my favorite cards of favorite players, etc. So this is my top 15 cards in my sports card collection at the end of 2025, rolling into 2026. Hopefully I can be consistent with uploading to this channel, and we can do another one of these videos on the first of next year and see how this list evolves over time. And I'll kind of give a little bit of background on how I got the cards, and there's no real crazy stories with any of these cards, but I enjoy all of them, so wanted to share them with you guys. Would love to hear comments or have things in the comments where you guys give me your favorite card in your collection and see what you guys have out there in the card universe. So first up, we have a Peyton Manning Topps rookie card from 1998 in a PSA 10. No crazy story behind this one. My LCS, as you'll hear with a lot of these cards, my LCS always gets great pickups. He goes to a lot of shows, the owner does, and just gets a wide variety of different cards. And I was a big Peyton Manning fan growing up. Him going against Brady back in the day was some of my favorite games to watch. And I felt like I just needed to have this one when I saw it in the showcase at my LCS. So that's card number 1 is Peyton Manning. One thing I will say about these cards too, this is generally in order from my least favorite to my most favorite. Obviously, all of these cards are my favorites, but I would say this is ordered from a standpoint of like which ones I love the most out of my collection. Next up, we've got a 2023 Donruss Downtown of Patrick Mahomes in a mint 9. Just a really sweet looking card. I'm a sucker for downtowns for sure. So anytime these show up in the LCS or online at a good price, I tend to pick them up. I did buy this one from my LCS as well. Most of these cards will have come from my LCS. Number 13 is a Luka Doncic rookie card. So this is his orange rookie card in a Gem Mint 9.5 from Beckett. This is a numbered to 199. I know that says eBay on the back, but I did buy this from my LCS. But a pretty clean copy. The only subgrade below 9.5 was the surface. I haven't been able to look and see what that was that caused the ding, but otherwise a really clean copy of a cool card of Luka. So pick this up for my LCS as well. Next up, this is a really cool one and special one to me. I bought a box of Bowman last year, or I guess it was earlier this year. I think it was last year, maybe early 2025. I guess it was last year now, since it's January 1st of the next year. So I pulled this Jack Caglione out of a box of Bowman, and I sent it off. Obviously it's numbered to 10. I sent it off to get graded. It did have some very slight centering issues that I did know before I sent it off, but with a card like this, it felt like it was worth trying to gem it up, see if I could get lucky on a 10. However, I will take the 9 all day. A super cool card. When I was opening the box, I was kind of revealing it from the bottom, and I saw the first base and pitcher logo down here at the bottom, and started to get excited because there's not many guys that do the multi-position stuff. So this is just a really cool pull, and one that I'm glad to have slabbed up and graded in my collection. Next up, we've got a Shea Prismania case hit out of Prizm. I'm a big Shea Gilgeous-Alexander collector. I really like Shea a lot. I have a bunch of his cards. This is my favorite of the ones I have. At the time, how I got this card is at my LCS, and the owner's son had this card in the showcase. And at the time, it was very similarly priced to a Jalen Brunson Color Blast that I had pulled. And I don't know how I did on this trade in the long run. I think Color Blast obviously generally do better and probably hold value a little bit better than Prismania as far as case hits go. And Jalen Brunson's extremely good at basketball, but he's not someone that I really collect, and I do collect Shea. So I traded the Brunson Color Blast for this Shea Prismania. I can't, 7 or 8 months ago probably, and glad I made the trade. However, I think the Color Blast probably from a value perspective, I would guess it's probably higher at this point. But yeah, that's that card. Next up, we have one I purchased from my LCS. This is the Shohei Ohtani anime. I think they're just called anime. And sorry if I butcher anything. I'm not as huge into the baseball world, especially the bowman world. But I believe this is the anime short print or case hit of Ohtani. And I just love the card. Not necessarily a huge baseball collector as it relates to PC, but Shohei was kind of going crazy during the season, and this was sitting in the shop, and I just thought it was an awesome card and wanted to add it to the collection. Next up is a true PC card. Being a Carolina Panthers fan, unfortunately, over the last few years, this showed up in the LCS, and I had to have it. Luke Kuechly, one of my favorite football players of all time. It's a 1/1, and just a sick gold ink auto of one of my favorite players ever, and who I think is one of the best linebackers of all time. Next up, this came from a card show that I actually set up at as a dealer, and towards the end, I was kind of trying to liquidate some of my inventory. I went to another dealer to see if he was interested in picking up any of the stuff I had. We ended up making a trade plus some cash for this Josh Allen Spectra RPA. Just a sweet card, numbered to 99, and I'm a big Josh Allen fan. I think he seems like a good dude, and he's also extremely good at football. We'll see if they can get it over the line this year, even with some of the stumbles they've had, but had to have this one for the collection. Next up, we have a Wemby Silver PSA 10. So story behind this one, back when I used to go on Whatnot and scratch the gambling itch, I bought into a mystery pack type of break where, they had 10 boxes with one of the boxes being the case hits. I had the Spurs in that break, and the case hit was this PSA 10 Victor Wembanyama Silver. So that's the story behind that one. Next up is from an additional from a Whatnot repack type of break, and this was a Steph Curry auto to 25 out of Status. I don't think they've made Status in the recent years, but I think this is from 2018, 2019 Status. And it's just kind of hard to go wrong with the Steph auto, and I love his signature, so this one will stay in the collection forever. Next up was an LCS pickup. I traded for this card. I can't remember the cards that I traded, but it's the Luka Silver Prism of his rookie year in a PSA 10. Just iconic cards. I really like the Prism Silvers for basketball players, and tend to try to collect those of the players that I like and also think will do well in the long term from an investment perspective. Next up, this was hard not to put at the top of my list. This was one of the first big cards, few hundreds of dollar cards when I bought it, probably 4 or 5 years ago. But one of my favorite players ever is Vince Carter, big Carolina fan. He was on Carolina when I was young, single digit age, and just absolutely loved Vince. Had a great pro career, and some of my favorite cards in sports cards are the Timeless Moments. This is the only one I own as of now, but I had to have it when I saw it, numbered to 25. One of my grail cards for sure is to get the other Vince Timeless Moment where he's doing the really famous dunk on the Raptors. Those don't pop up super often, and they are very expensive when they do. But yeah, definitely one of my favorite cards, and this comes in at number 4 on the list. But it was very hard for all of these to order them from favorite to least favorite. Next up is another Vince. My LCS, the owner of my LCS messaged me when he picked up this card and said, hey man, I got a cool Vince that I think you might be interested in. I definitely was. So this is the 1998 Topps Chrome Vince Refractor from his rookie year. And it's a mint 9. Definitely want to get this in a 10 as well. 2 cards left. So this is what I traded for. This is the 96-97 Bowman's Best Kobe, and it's the Best Picks insert, but it's the Atomic Refractor. So just a rare refractor of a Kobe rookie in an SGC 7.5, as you can see. One of my favorite cards that I own for sure, and just a really cool add to the collection. This was one of the first, like, you know, big graded older cards of an NBA great that I bought when I got back into collecting. Probably bought this in 2022 or so. But love this card. It'll never leave the collection. Huge Kobe fan. So we are now on to the final card, and it is by far my favorite. I know I said the Vince. I struggle with the Vince and those other two, but I guess I lied. This was easy to put at number 1 for sure. Grew up playing golf my whole life, still play, and Tiger was just like the man when it came to sports icons as it related to golf, but really just sports in general, just due to his dominance in the early 2000s. And I just got this fairly recently. I've wanted a Tiger auto in my collection forever. Obviously not the cheapest cards to purchase, but this one showed up at the LCS. I knew I had to have it, so I took some cards in to trade for this, and we got the deal done. So anyway, that's the top 15 cards in my collection as we end 2025. Let me know what you all have in your collection as you end this year, and what your favorite card is, and maybe what your grail card is that you wanna pick up in 2026. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Comments if I can do anything better. Trying to get the lighting quality a little better for you guys, and working on some audio stuff as well. So bear with me there. But hope everyone has a great new year and 2026. Talk soon.